What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick, Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media on the field at MetLife Stadium as the Patriots just got their doors blown off 24-3 to the Jets. A reminder, we're powered by Prize Picks and Game Time. Head over to Prize Picks, use code CLNS for $50 when you play $5, and head over to Game Time, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. All right, Taylor, let's talk about the quarterback position because now it's actually the time to do it. After 2 weeks, Jacoby Brissett settled in, looked okay. Tonight he looked okay as well. However, he is just getting destroyed back there. He's getting no help from the offensive line in front of him at all. There's been injuries up front. There's been poor play up front. It's not looking good at all for the Patriots offense. They had under 200 yards total tonight. Jacoby Brissett threw for less than 100 yards tonight. Ramondre Stevenson ran for, I believe, 20-something yards. Doesn't even pass 30 yards. So the offense, abysmal. Starts up front at the offensive line. Drake Maye comes in towards the end of the game, plays their final drive, gets sacked twice, but makes a few plays with his legs, completes a couple passes to Demario Douglas. Long story short, Taylor, going into week 4, they have 10 days to prepare for the San Francisco 49ers. Should they start Drake Maye, or should they keep Jacoby Brissett under center?
I don't think they should start Drake Maye, especially considering you had the entire left side of your offensive line, which already was composed of backups. You had Caden Wallace coming in for Vidarian Lowe, who was a backup going back to the spring, and then Michael Jordan, who was recently signed from the practice squad where he started the season. Both of those guys got hurt. I believe they both suffered knee injuries. Then the left side became two of the players New England claimed after roster cutdowns, DeMontre Jacobs at left tackle, and then at left guard you had Zach Thomas. If that doesn't get better, I don't see how you put a young quarterback like Drake Maye in. I understand at some point he does need to play. And
Absolutely.
I've been on that boat. I thought that was going to happen in October. But I also thought by October, ideally the offensive line would be healthy and have enough experience together that maybe the play would have gotten incrementally better from week to week. But now, one, you have the injuries. Then you also have Mike Nwenu really looking rough at tackle for the second week in a row. David Andrews, not really fair to him, but because the Patriots in so many obvious passing situations, he was matched up against Quinnen Williams at times. That's obviously a huge mismatch. And you already have Layden Robinson, a rookie, in, and you know he's going to be up and down. But you were hoping that, okay, maybe, Layden Robinson's inconsistent. Vidarian Lowe may be a bit inconsistent, but 3 out of 5, that's something to work with. But now it just looks like a disaster back there. Drake Maye obviously did make some plays, converted 2 fourth downs, one with his legs, another with a great throw to Demario Douglas. But he also got knocked down 4 times, sacked twice, slammed to the ground once, and lost his helmet on the final sack, and that ended up closing out the game. So, as hard as it is to watch Jacoby Brissett take these hits, just get beat down. The last time I think he got hit, literally had to peel himself off the turf and was slow to get up. No one wants to see any more of that, and I do think Drake Maye gives you a little bit more athleticism, obviously. He is more of a threat when he gets out because he can throw the ball as far as he wants, but I just don't think, especially against the San Francisco 49ers on the road, this ain't the week to put him out there.
Yeah, Gerard Mayo did leave the door open after the game. He was asked if they will make a quarterback decision, if they've thought of it. He basically said, I don't know. We have to watch the film. We have to discuss it. So there is a chance, potentially, that they go out there, or they go in there, rather, they watch the film, and they say, look, let's make the switch now. We've talked about soft landing spots for Drake Maye, maybe week 5 against Miami. Next week is obviously week 4 against San Francisco. However, they do have 10 days to prep this guy to get him out there. They're leaving the door open. I don't think it's unlikely at this point. If they did end up putting him out there, I think it's just kind of let's throw it against the wall and see what sticks, if you will. Throw the baby into the pool and see if he can swim type thing, where at some point, you said it, he is just going to have to play. So let's try it and see it. We'll see if we can figure it out. Now, I don't
more
think
like throwing the baby into the oven than the bathtub.
It really does. But they had this plan, right? Draft a quarterback, bring in a veteran, let him learn, ease him into it. We don't want to get scarred like we did with Mac Jones. But at the same time, there comes a point where you mentioned it. They wanted it to probably get better at this point, the offensive line play, but it's just getting worse, and he is going to have to see the field eventually. We did see him against Washington where they started with Jacoby Brissett, and it looked like a disaster. Then Drake Maye came in. He was able to make more plays. Again, that was preseason vanilla defense. We know all of it, but there's going to come a time where they do it, and I think it just might happen this week. Now, I would still wait another week, let them get through San Francisco, bring him home against the Miami Dolphins. We talked about it before the season. Tom Brady on the call for Fox that day potentially, so could be an interesting spot. But again, a lot of quarterback question marks after the Patriots lose 24-3 to the Jets tonight in the Meadowlands. So that's going to do it for us here in New York. Make sure to follow along at CLNS Media, at Patriots CLNS on Twitter. Rate, review, subscribe to the YouTube channel here at Patriots Press Pass, and read all of our post-game coverage at clnsmedia.com.